Konnichiwa, my gamers. Before the video starts, we got a sponsor. I'm selling my merch. I sell Anime Gamer hoodies, Anime Gamer Max, and everything else you see here. Also use the code Anime Gamer. You'll get a 6% off of any order you get. Anyways, back to the video. The question is, why do we start off with 4 hides in the first start of the episode? Last episode, we started with 4 hides. That's kind of weird. Anyways, we got 2 more endings to finish off for this episode, and that's it. And then we move on to Go, or we'll go back to Beidou's main mission. Okay, now let's do the spill of the crutch.
You truly are an adventurer at heart. Let's start with the fundamentals for any armed crew member. Basic boat handling. Follow me. These are some older skirmish boats that we keep in Alcor as backup.
I know those boats.
Although they've been made redundant by newer models now, they're still fully kitted out. They're perfect for when we need to do simulated battles as part of crew training.
I thought I'll be stealing the Alcor in the battle simulator.
Disappointed?
Yes.
So this isn't quite on the scale that you had in mind, huh?
No.
To be honest, the Alcor going into battle is the last thing I'd ever want to see. In fact, out of all the confrontations we've ever had, almost all were resolved by negotiation. Only when negotiations fail do we consider deploying our armed fighters and skirmish boats, and they alone are enough to handle most situations. The only reason the Alcor would ever need to open fire would be if it were a fight to the death. The Alcor serves only 2 purposes: to deter or to destroy. We are an armed fleet with a strong sense of justice, not war-hungry lunatics. We're very careful about determining when to use force and exactly what level of force to use. All of this to say that mastering a small attack craft is quite enough for new crew members. Do you have any experience piloting small armed vessels?
Of course, I can even navigate the ship right through a whirlpool.
You're the first person I've ever met who's so dismissive of the power of the sea. But I guess to put it another way, you're already a seasoned veteran, huh? In that case, I'll skip the basics on how to operate your craft. The goal of this exercise is simple. Steer your skirmish boat along the prescribed route and return here within the time limit.
Oh.
You can start when you're ready. I'll be waiting here so I can observe your skills.
I'm gonna fail. Whee! Help me, Beidou! I can't swim! I should can't swim, shut up! Okay, we've done this before, so let's go here. And we need to press F. And where do we go? It's just like I need to boost up! Don't go slowly! It's a lot of coins. What does it do different? Look at this speed so fast! This is very slow! Where the fuck are we going? There's actually monsters here. Oh my god, they're just showing up. They're just showing up. No, I don't care. It's not a good idea. Were we supposed to hit those? Were we? I don't think so. Oh, that's why I fly off. Whee! Ah! Yay, a coin. Ah! Yay, another coin. And there's the last coin. Okay, there's 13. Where's the rest of those?
Not so on form today, huh?
I face out a little.
I'm sure the boat is partly to blame. It's a pretty old craft, so it can be a little sluggish to operate. So don't worry about it. Just remind me to have Juza make some improvements to it when we get back. Anyway, that was all just to get you warmed up. What I really want to show you is the more serious side of the Crux's business. Come with me. We're going to Liyue Harbor.
Oh, you guys heard that? We lost a hide. So, there's no point of doing that, so what to go up here? Okay, will we pick underestimate danger? Amputation?
Is that your final answer? Alright, on to the second.
I need to get a perfect score, otherwise there's no
the
ending.
Fleet plots its route using nautical charts. The charts used by the Crux have additional charts attached. The supplementary chart has lots of lines in various colors for added reference. What is the purpose of these lines?
Holy shit. Oh my god, do I have to pick this one?
Okay, interesting. Now, last question. On longer voyages,
It's the last one I didn't get right.
Be careful to avoid certain weather hazards that pose a threat to the integrity of the ship and the lives of the crew. For example, waterspouts. So my question is, how can we reliably predict waterspouts so we can avoid them?
Okay, what's it called? So we picked the bottom one. The present darkness and strong wind is opposite direction plus white voices in the cloud.
Okay, those are all my questions.
Please, please.
Congratulations, you...
No! I'm gonna say distance with this one.
Okay, interesting. Now, last question. On longer voyages, we have to
Okay,
be
I am
especially
nervous.
careful to avoid certain weather hazards that pose.
I'm just gonna skip.
So my question is, how can
we avoid them? So, I think it's a short answer then. When Lucius says a wasp is coming, it's coming. When Cedric says the wasp is coming, it's coming. Is his name Lucius?
Okay, those are all my questions.
I don't know.
You want to know how you did?
Perfect.
Well then, let's see. Out of these 3 questions, you got a total of 2 correct answers.
Huh?
Not bad. After all, you didn't have much time to prepare. Plenty of people get through their whole training and still don't do this well. It seems that your survival know-how is now up to the standard required of qualified crew members. Time to move on. Next up, we have some Shield of the Crux recreational programs for you.
To be clear, wrestling sea monsters barehanded is not my idea of recreation.
Don't worry, all our recreational activities are respectable and, above board. You need to realize that being out at sea might be fun for the first few days while everything's new, but before too long, looking at the same old sea every day and being so isolated from everything can really cause people to struggle mentally. That is why regular recreational activities are an absolute necessity. We offer a lot of fun courses for our newcomer training, including fishing, photography, chess. Oh, and thanks to Kazuha, these days we also offer poetry and music appreciation, as well as communal wind listening.
Yeah, my boy.
Each newcomer has to participate in at least one, so that they've got some way of keeping themselves occupied at sea further down the line. Of course, if you'd prefer wrestling sea monsters with your bare hands, that can be arranged.
Now you're talking my language.
Well, for today, at least, let's stick to the training schedule drawn up by Juza. If I remember correctly, it should be photography today. Come on, I'll show you.
Are we taking nudes?
Listen up, everyone can go back and call it a day. The photography session has been postponed.
What's going on here, Juza?
Oh, Captain, there you are. Well, Captain, the photography teacher just sent word saying that she's fallen ill and doesn't want to risk coming in case she keels over in class.
I see. That's quite unfortunate.
Captain, if I may, I know a little about photography.
Oh? Quite the multi-talented one, aren't you? In that case, why don't you help us out and lead the class today?
Yeah, unfortunately, the original teacher canceled at short notice, so there's no time to schedule anything else instead. It would be great if the Traveler could step in as the teacher for the day.
It's up to you, Traveler.
Yeah, it would be my pleasure.
Great, it's settled then. Juza, let's muster everyone over here to meet the new teacher.
Yes, Captain.
Just good to meet the new teacher. Today, guys, we're gonna take nudes.
Yes, 1, 2, 3. Oh. That should be everyone. Take it away, Traveler.
Before I begin, I do have one condition.
Oh yeah? What's that?
You'll have to strip naked. Since there's a program course, there has to be a subject. We will need a model.
Fair enough. It seems like you already have someone in mind. So, who will it be?
Could I say you? Yeah, hentai. Okay, I have to think though. I could pick that one. I think that one. Xiu Lixing, Captain. Is it going to hurt to pick her? I don't know if I should do that. I think the Musu model is Captain Beidou.
Me? well, we could do that. Or, Guyan Stone Forest looks extraordinary today. It'd be a pity to not capture the scenery for posterity. So how about we snap Guyan Stone Forest for today's class? Then there'd be no need for a model.
Come on, get naked.
Come on, Captain. We talked about this. The photography class is supposed to be portrait photography. Have you forgotten? Scenery looks nice at first, but it gets boring after a while. I bet it'd keep the crew more entertained if we got them learning portrait photography so they could record moments in each other's daily lives. Those were your exact words, Captain.
Were they now? Strange. I don't seem to remember anything about that.
She doesn't sound okay though.
Well, then in that case, how about Huiting? I bet she's perfect for the camera. Or Fuzhong. Or Mora Grubber. Even little Yue.
Come on!
Seriously, Captain? Little Yue? You're just trying to wriggle your way out of this. This isn't like you.
I mean, that's true though.
You are the captain after all. Of all of us, you're the best suited to being a model.
Okay, I'll say hers too, but your boobs don't count.
I agree. You were the one who invited the traveler to be the teacher, so you should cooperate, Captain. Besides, Captain, you've never had your photo taken. It's high time you got one. You know, a heroic and striking kind of picture. We can even use it to promote the fleet during recruitment.
Real funny, guys.
Come on. Trust me, Beidou. You are the best candidate.
Well, if you say so. I'm not one to spoil the fun. So, what do I do now, Traveler?
Get naked. You can just try an epic pose.
Like this?
No! Your sword! You look a little nervous.
You're kidding, right? I've never had my photo taken before, but something this simple shouldn't be a challenge for me. It must be the lighting or something. You've got it wrong.
Perhaps you feel uncomfortable posing here?
I never said that.
Yes, you are! You're hiding your eyes! We can go somewhere quieter.
You mean go somewhere else, then bring the final photo back as teaching material?
Sounds good to me. That's a good idea, isn't it, guys?
The lighting may still be a problem, but I'm open to persuasion. If you have a suitable place in mind, I can consider it. Just to be clear, I won't necessarily agree. It depends on the place you have in mind.
Okay, we got different places. Fishing village? No. How about the top of the music? Yeah, why not?
A view overlooking Liyue Harbor, huh? Sounds nice, but on second thought, I don't have any love for a lifeless gadget like the camera. I prefer to be having fun together with my crew. I guess I'm used to that rowdy bunch. So I think we can just forget the whole modeling thing for now. Sorry about that. I guess I'll owe you a favor.
Down! Oh, fuck! Okay, let's say smile and be happy.
Like this?
Yeah, come on, show your ass more. You look a little stiff.
You're kidding, right? I've never had my photo taken before, but something this simple shouldn't be a challenge for me. It must be the lighting or something. You've got it wrong.
Perhaps you feel uncomfortable with so many people around?
I never said that.
We can go somewhere with a better view.
You mean go somewhere else, then bring the final photo back as teaching material?
Sounds good to me.
I hope I'm picking the right one.
That's a good idea, isn't it, guys?
The lighting may still be a problem, but I'm open to persuasion. If you have a suitable place in mind, I can consider it. Just to be clear, I won't necessarily agree. It depends on the place you have in mind.
Okay, so that was the best spot. Okay, how about the Ocean Breeze place?
Well, Miaoguang Shoal is pretty relaxing. But if I want to enjoy the ocean breeze, why don't I just stay on board the Alcor and enjoy the breeze with my crew? That'd be more fun if you ask me. So, I think we can just forget the whole modeling thing for now.
Oh, come on! Okay, one more place. Please, at least.
Fishing village near Wangshu Inn? That place is deserted now, isn't it?
Please?
How do you even know that place anyway? It's tiny. I don't think I've ever seen it on a single map.
I once found some treasure there.
Treasure? There? I guess I missed out on that one. It just so happens that that little village is where I grew up. Now that you've mentioned it, it's given me the urge to go back and take a look around. How about we take this opportunity to pay my old home a visit?
Okay, there you go. So, this is actually a hometown? Well, her own home. I didn't know that.
It's certainly seen better days. It was never that impressive, but at least back in the day, it was a lively village and home to several families. I wonder how long these last few old houses will remain standing.
So, what exactly happened here?
Nothing as dramatic as you might think. A few small incidents occurred, and then people began to leave. Come on, let's take a walk around. People used to call this place Downriver because the villagers apparently moved here from a place called Upriver. With them, they brought their knowledge of fishing, which had been passed down from generation to generation. I learned a lot from them when I was here. Now Upriver is long gone, and Downriver is all but deserted. It won't be long before no one even remembers what these places are called.
I want a kiss!
Tu Zhong. Zhang. I barely remember this name.
It's probably because you were little at that time.
Right. I was only about 5 or 6 years old when I first arrived here. I was homeless and had to wander around the streets. I remember finally managing to find half a rice bun, but then a stray dog jumped out and snatched it away from me.
Aww.
Half a rice bun was not something I was willing to give up so easily at the time, so I chased it all the way to this neighborhood. Then a few fishermen saw us running and stopped me. They were kind enough to give me some food. Seeing me stop, the dog also stopped running, but straight away it keeled over and never got up again. Maybe it was too tired, or maybe it had starved to death. I went over and saw that the dog still had the half rice bun in its mouth. It didn't let go even at the very end. Poor thing. Had I known the dog was so weak, I would have let it take that half rice bun.
That's when the villagers who took you in?
I could tell they were wary of me at first. I was the dirty little kid who had just chased a dog to death over some scraps of food. But I got lucky. The village chief took pity on me and brought me to their home. That's how I ended up staying here.
What made you leave later?
Do you know what the name Beidou means? Come on, I'll explain along the way. About a year or two after I arrived, the village chief fell ill during the winter and passed away. During that same period, the harvest was getting worse and the fishermen's catch was getting smaller day by day. Without the village chief to handle the situation, people began blaming each other. There were even rumors that some families had been overfishing and leaving nothing for the rest of the village to catch.
Can I kiss you now?
But in the end, they all turned on me, saying that they shouldn't have ever taken me in. They said I was bad luck.
Isn't that Bennett's thing?
They pointed to how that dog died on the first day I arrived. Next thing you know, the village chief dies, and then all the fish die out. They said I was a living curse, and the downfall of the village was all my fault. I told them that I didn't understand. I'm not a curse, I'm just Beidou. Then some of the villagers started shouting and drove me out of the village. They shouted, "Nando controls life. Beidou controls death. Beidou controls death." Before then, all I knew about my name was that it had something to do with the stars. It wasn't until then that I realized that Beidou was a constellation. And the Alcor, one of its stars, was an omen of death.
I was just kissing.
Here we are. This is the old house of the village chief. I bet he never expected that the little girl he took in would grow up to be seen as a curse that brought about the village's total destruction.
If you're a curse, then I think I am too.
What do you mean?
The Amina Archon's jewels was taken after I arrived in Mondstadt.
Is that all?
The G Archon jewels was also taken after I arrived in Lilia.
And let me guess. You got to Inazuma and the Electro Archon's Gnosis was taken as well? Well, you seem to wreak havoc on a grander scale than I ever could.
Does that make you feel better now?
Oh, I get it. You're trying to convince me that I'm not cursed. I
Exactly.
appreciate it, and I'll take it. Let's not forget that the people whose names stick around are the ones who emerge from the stormy seas unscathed. And the ones who get swept away in the wind are the fledgling birds who couldn't hack it. I, for one, have never encountered a storm I couldn't weather. But your journey's far from over, isn't it? Just remember, there's no telling what else you might encounter in this vast world. So if you ever find some idiot trying to brand you as a scapegoat just because you're the one who lived to tell the tale, tell them Captain Beidou demands to have the honor along with you. Remember, you'll always have the captain of the Crux to back you up wherever you go.
I suppose we have the two scapegoats looking out at each other.
Two cursed scapegoats banding together for survival. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, but at the same time, I kinda dig it. I'm lucky to have a friend like you. Okay, it's time to get back to our photography. Right, teacher?
You found out what we were here for.
Come on, let's not waste any time. Get it done while you can before I change my mind. So, do I need to strike a pose?
Let's see. Okay, however you prefer, actually.
All right. How about this?
No! Naked. Yeah, Ningo on take picture. Oh, I'm doing it. Let's see. I want to get close to... How do you think about this? Yeah, why not? Is that good?
So, is it done yet? Please don't tell me that it looks weird.
No, it's perfect. I take a picture where your cleavage is. I mean tits.
Show me.
Only people not to beat me off if you don't like it.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Now give it here.
Does she like hand over the photo?
Yes. I see. Alright. On behalf of the Crux, thank you very much for your photography class today. You've been an excellent teacher, and I couldn't be more satisfied.
She like what I did to her tits?
Now, as captain of the Crux, I am exercising my official right to requisition this photograph for future promotion and recruitment purposes. So I'm afraid I'll be holding on to this. That's fine with you though, right?
So hey, wait, Mom! Yeah, I don't like the tits! No, I love it! Photograph class for 2. Laughter breaks the spell of the long silent village, and the lonesome scene goes missing once again. I thought you might not be in the mood.
Come on, let's not waste any time. Get it done while you can before I change my mind. So, do I need to strike a pose?
It's the same thing. Okay, maybe go for something like a little flatterous?
What? The nerve! What do you think this is? I don't want to do this whole modeling thing.
Wait, that's probably bad.
Hey, cut it out. No more pictures.
Oh wait! You could put something for videos fully fulfilled and fully claim your photo. Was that bad? Oh wait, that's part of it! Oh god, that was bad! That's hilarious especially. Further to this, I don't get to strike a fully pose. Come man aside, you agree with who again?